The infamous One More Day. A storyline which not only broke Spider-Man, but his loyal readers as well, ruining one of the best comic relationships we've ever seen. Other horrible stories, and I mean horrible, have been thankfully retconned, however this little thing just seems to stick, doesn't it? I mean, it's bad enough that Marvel threw away Peter and MJ's marriage, which we've been reading for over a few decades, all for an old lady who's already lived a full life. A little side note, I also bet that Aunt May wouldn't have wanted Peter to give up his whole future with MJ just for her. When she originally died back in the 90s, she was at peace with it, and the fact that MJ and Pete were going to start a family was one factor towards that peace. Like, Spider-Man literally had the chance to bring her back, and it wasn't even long after her death, and he still declined because he knew she's in a better place now. It's like the writers thought to themselves, hey, you know what would be funny? If we just get rid of one of our fans' favorite relationships, and thought, yeah, that's a good idea. One More Day was worse than that one time where Peter was depressed and going through that I am the spider phase, but I digress. So what does Marvel decide to do after they ruin Peter and MJ's relationship? Let's turn Spider-Man into a total weirdo who stands outside his ex's house, and let's give MJ a completely new secret family. Who the hell in their right mind thought of this? Who approved this? This is wrong on so many levels. Giving Mary Jane a new random and secret family not only is another massive kick to the balls for MJ and Peter lovers, but a massive FU to all the stories that came before it. All those times in the 80s and 90s where we see their love grow as well as a dependence on each other now feels hollow knowing what to expect in 30 years. In all honesty, Mary Jane Watson now feels like a broken character. Since these morons in charge refuse to do the obvious and desired choice of retconning One More Day, they've now stuck themselves in a situation where they don't know what to really do with this character. In the recent comic Black Cat and Mary Jane, it is now revealed that she has powers. God, who writes this crap? It's also good to see that the art matches the story in quality. It's so sad to think about how we went from Stan Lee and Jack Kirby to this. Giving Mary Jane powers is such an idiotic thing to do. Not only is she a character who can stand up for herself, but she's also a character who does not need superpowers. In fact, giving her these powers causes MJ to lose some of the quality attributes and values us fans loved about her. Disclaimer, I do not care at all if you like that one comic series where she had powers like Spider-Man. Giving MJ powers is something I find almost insulting, as she's one of, if not the best side character within the Spidey books. Her character does not need superpowers to be special. It's the person she is which makes her special. And that is also what feels lost ever since One More Day. She doesn't feel like the same character she was since the 60s to 90s. Hell, even I remember during that period of time the amount of character development she had. Going from someone who was afraid of commitment and used to party her problems away, to being able to let herself be loved and find herself within a new family. She formed that new strength within her own mind not to run away, and that was really compelling for me to read. I thought it was really great stuff. Unfortunately, that feels all lost to me now. These writers, all these modern writers, don't respect the source material. All the things that came before it don't matter to them. In fact, they want to change them, and that's the problem here. You're supposed to embrace the source material. Without that, there would be no Mary Jane, there would be no Spider-Man, there would be no Marvel. The Mary Jane I know sees Peter as her true love. The whole thing she has with Paul feels rushed and wrong. These writers always act oblivious to why comics are failing and can't seem to realize it all stems from themselves. Oh, you like that typical Parker luck? Well, boy, do we sure have a treat for you. You see Peter over there, happy with his pregnant wife? Well, guess that typical Parker luck came into play because they had a miscarriage. And that's not the only thing that's dead, because Aunt May dies again, only for Peter to give up his marriage in order to resurrect her. Don't even begin to think things are already bad, because due to that oh so funny typical Parker luck, his ex now won't even talk to him. But it's okay, because she now has superpowers as well as a secret family with 2 children. These writers clearly don't care for the fans. Because if they did, One More Day would have been fixed by now, but instead we still have to deal with it. To be honest, I rarely read modern Spider-Man books. I'm all about the old stuff, you know, the actual good stories. Hell, the Clone Saga wasn't as bad as this, but that's for another day. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Any support means so much. Let me know what you think down below. Do you agree or disagree with me? Let's start a conversation and see you in the next one.